All right, it's One Punch KO back at you again with another video. Um, Firstly, before I start, I want to let y'all know, like, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be more consistent with the content this year. I'm gonna give this channel a push, and try to build up some subscribers because, frankly, I'm tired with some of the boxing takes that are out there. Some of these YouTube channels, they're not real boxing fans. They just, want to race bait and do all type of things. So if you want real boxing content, you want fight previews, fight reactions, you want recaps like this one, subscribe to the channel. All right. So today we're going to talk about the fight that just happened, the big fight, Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk Part 2. Just as I thought, Alexander Usyk, pulled through the victory again. There was no shadiness on the cards. All three judges had it 116, 112. To be honest, I really thought that they were gonna do some shadiness, possibly rob Usyk. Tyson Fury definitely did better this fight. Less clowning around. He had a game plan. You could see the game plan, but man, Usyk is just a different level. He's just different. I don't know how do you beat him. And when you think he's supposed to be getting tired, he keeps going. He finds another gear in those championship rounds, and that's where he always pulled through the fight. That's how he beat Joshua, especially in the second fight, because I had that second fight tied up going into 11 and 12. It was a closer fight. I had that fight tied up, and Usyk just found another gear for those championship rounds. He did that again tonight with Fury. So definitely well deserved. I don't know what else is there for Usyk. I saw that Daniel Dubois jumped in the ring. He wants revenge. He wants a rematch. Getting a little big headed with that AJ win, that's for sure. Usyk, you could see that he was fed up of it. He said, "Hey, His Excellency, make that fight." He called Turkey. He asked Turkey to make that fight. So hopefully after the Dubois versus Parker fight, which you can't sleep on Joseph Parker, right? Because don't be surprised if Joseph Parker win that fight. Remember, this is boxing. Triangle theories don't work. Just because Joseph Parker lose to AJ and Daniel Dubois knock AJ out, don't mean that Joseph Parker can't beat, Dubois. We saw it with Parker versus Joe Joyce and Parker versus Zhilei Zhang. Zhilei Zhang knocked out Joe Joyce knocked out Parker, but Parker beat Zhilei Zhang. You see, triangle theories don't work in boxing. So Dubois better pay attention to Joseph Parker and stop, being unfocused. Because right now, that's a little unfocused right there. He needs to focus on Parker. But that would be a good fight, give Usyk a chance to become 3-time undisputed. Other fights on the card, Dave Allen definitely got robbed. Sorry, I love Johnny Fisher. He's a good kid, definitely, but Dave Allen deserved that victory, and they definitely robbed him for sure. That would have been a great story. Dave Allen is a guy that's been bouncing around, not really focused on, never stay in shape, but you could see, even though he's not body beautiful, he got himself in great shape for this fight, and he deserved that victory, and it was robbed from him. So definitely, hopefully they make a rematch, make it right, give Johnny Fisher a chance to right that wrong and win more definitively, win in a real way. You don't want to take these victories that you didn't win. They robbed the fans of a great fight. They robbed Johnny Fisher of some development. You know what I mean? And he would have been getting more praise if he had lost, like how he was supposed to, because he showed great heart and great strength. He's a guy that is not, you could see that he's not like one of the more talented guys, but he's a fun fighter to watch. And he's limited, but he's fun to watch, and people like him. So they should have given him that honor of accepting that loss with dignity, and not giving him a victory that he didn't deserve. Peter McGrail, I see online a lot of people saying Peter McGrail lost. They're not taking into consideration that he is a 122 pounder and he jumped up 2 weight classes on short notice to fight at 130 because his fight that he was training for fell through. And even with all of that adversity, I think he won the fight fair and square. So I don't understand where people are saying Reese won the fight. It was a great fight. Reese is a good fighter, and he could come again. I would like to see what he could do with a full training camp, and I would also like to see what Peter McGrail could do against him with a full training camp dedicated to him. But for a 122 pounder coming up to 130 on short notice, he did good. All in all, Itoma, we don't even have to talk about him. He's the future of the division for sure. And, he knocked out Dempsey in one round, and we saw how Dempsey made Hrgovic struggle. So I really thought it was going to be a good test for Itama, but man, he knocked him out with in one round, and that's crazy. He's definitely future of the division. They need to nurture his talent. They need to make sure that he develops properly. Don't rush him too much. I know he wants to rush, and this is the thing that fans need to get in their head. They blame Eddie Hearn, and they blame, for matchmaking. They're blaming these promoters. The promoters work for the fighters. The fighters want these fights. They want to be moved a certain way. Itoma wants to be moved a certain way. He's hell-bent on trying to become a champion faster than Mike Tyson and break Mike Tyson's record. So it's not Frank Warren's fault if he puts him in tougher fights. I would like to see him in these types of level for at least the next 3 fights, the Dempsey McKean level for at least the next 3 fights, and then you move him up to world level. You don't need to rush him. He's 19 years old. All in all, it was a good fight card, Looking forward to February 22nd. And hey, look, I'll be more consistent with these videos. I will try to upload Fridays before the fight, Saturdays, a recap, a review of the fight, and then maybe another video on Sundays. But definitely Fridays and Saturdays, I'll be making videos. So like, share, subscribe. I know this video went a little long. If you find my channel, hopefully the algorithm works for my favor, just subscribe. All right, we're going to give you good boxing takes. We're going to have good boxing talks. Hopefully, whenever I get the amount of subscribers, we could go live and have discussions. All right, peace.